Hello everyone. Today I wanted to show a little bit about my water filtration system and how you can have a water filtration system in an apartment or in a house or a small space that you maybe don't own. And it's something that is fairly portable. Now I have the Alexapure. And I actually got it on sale, and I heard a lot about the Berkey and how a lot of people really seem to enjoy that. I personally chose not to get the Berkey just because when I did my research, there were some things I just didn't like about it. And I also didn't like the big companies that were promoting it. It just seemed a little off to me, so I chose not to get it. But if you've done your research and you feel it, yeah, it's comfortable for you and your family, then I say go ahead and I recommend it. Just do your research with anything anybody recommends, is the point. So anyways, back to the Alexapure. Now before I got it, I don't know, I just had this weird feeling to start preparing for saving water or getting some way to save water or filter it. And so I was doing my research. I noticed that when I would drink water, I used to drink it out of a tap, which nothing is wrong with that. But I noticed I started getting these headaches after not having it for a little bit. And even when I would drink water, I would still get these random headaches. So before I get started, I just want to let you know that after I got this filtration system, I cleaned it out, and I'll tell you all about that. But those headaches stopped, and so I attribute that to whatever is in the water. So I think it's extremely important. I've been trying to talk to my family and friends about getting something that filters your water. One, because you don't really know what's in the tap water. You don't really know what's going in your body. And two, just in case there's an emergency, you always want to have a backup. Another quick story. When I had a water main line break in my apartment, and it wasn't my apartment, but it was someone else's in the building. But you know, whenever that happens, everyone's water gets shut off. So one of the things that meant was that our water was off for about a week on a moment's notice. And so luckily I had some of this, had my Alexapure filled up, and then I had my little water jug that you'll see right over there filled up. So I had enough drinking water to last for a week. And if you want, I could show a video about how I kind of survived during that week, and used other ways of water. But I just want to say, y'all, water storage is so important. Water filtration is so important. These are uncertain times. We don't know what's coming, or rather we do know what's coming, so I feel it's extremely important to be prepared. So I'm going to step off my soapbox and get to the review. Alright, so I brought you in a little closer. Y'all excuse the cord and the canning lids. I'm going to be canning all day today, but I just wanted to pop this out really quick. So the good thing about the Alexa Pro here is that there are a lot of helpful videos on how to attach this, but I ended up getting this one on sale. I think it's a little bit cheaper than the Berkey, which is another plus to it. But it's really simple to put together. I got it on sale, so you know, I'll put a link to what it is now, but I just usually just watch for the sales. So really, it's as simple as it looks. It's the top piece here. You get a lid, and then, well, this is a piece with the spout, and then there's a bottom piece. So I'm going to take you in there here. All right, now I'm sorry this is crooked. I don't have a lot of fancy equipment, but I only have one filter in mine. And then what you see around there is three filters, or I'm sorry, three plugs there, so that the water only goes through the filtration system here. I feel like it goes just fine with just a family of one or two with just one. But a lot of people vouch to get two filters. That's up to you. It does take maybe, I don't know, I haven't really timed it, but 30 minutes to an hour for it to go through. But what I normally do is I have a system where I just fill it, and so in a time where I don't have to really worry about it. And I just keep an eye on it pretty much every day when I get my water. So anyways, in the bottom part, it's the part where the water is stored after it's filtered. So like I said, I really enjoy having this. It doesn't take up too much space. I will keep it at the edge of my counter like this. And then whenever I need water, I just pour it like that. turn the stop off, and you got water. So, super, super simple. And like I said, the reservoir, you know, I can keep water in there for a long time. The only thing is you don't want the top to dry out, but I noticed that even if I don't fill it or it's not actively filtrating, it keeps a little bit of water in there for a few days when I'm just not using it as much. Next thing I do in terms of water preservation and filtration is I buy water, I buy water bottles, water jugs, what have you. Now this is just a water jug that I had. You just buy it from any store, $1, 99¢, 89¢, although I have noticed it going up. So I've been refilling this with tap water. And after I fill this up with tap water, I will vent the lid so that some of the chlorine can come out. And I will let that sit usually for about a day or so. This is usually after I already have my Alexapure filled up and I don't need water and I'm using water from there. This is my backup water if an emergency happens or whatever. That's just how I filter through. It gives me a little added protection. But in the meantime, I figured I can let some of those chemicals evaporate in there before it gets filtered. So I'll let that happen, and then once I need it, I'll just pour this in here. Bada bing, bada boom, you got water. And yes, you can taste the difference in the water. The water does, I don't know, it has less of a taste, if that makes sense. And to me, that's okay. But if that bothers you, I mean, I'm sure there's ways about it. I've seen lots of videos about it. It doesn't bother me, so I don't know much about it. Now the next piece is the most important piece to me, which is what prompted me to do this video, because a lot of people, YouTubers, will buy the Berkeys, will buy the water filtration systems, but it doesn't seem like they show a way to measure how effective that water is, because you don't want to be drinking water that's contaminated even if it has been filtrated. Maybe it hasn't been filtrated enough. You have to run it through multiple times. I mean, I don't know. The possibilities are endless. And so the most important piece to me is having a way to measure how effective that device or filtration system that you're using is besides your eyes. So what I have is a ppm tester, and I got it from Amazon. I believe it was 20 bucks. I'm just gonna have to link it for you below. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on this at all. I do want to show you a little bit of this features. You press this button to turn it on. When you put it in the water, you press this to clear if you want to clear out the results. Here you can change the mode. So it measures a wide variety of things, and I've not used this little feature yet, but I plan on doing some more research into it, because the main feature I've used is this, and this basically measures how many particles or how much particles are in your water. Now, the officials vary on the appropriate amount. This will change colors if it's in a dangerous zone. So I believe it turns red. So I don't know if you can hear the drops here, but a couple of things I learned, and I'm glad I did this today, just to be completely honest, is that I needed to swap out my water. That water's been sitting in that Alexapure for about a week or so, and the results were just a little higher than I like. So maybe I'll come back and do another test here. But another thing I noticed by having a device to test it with is that my tap water varies from the different times. So I notice at night, like 11, 12, or 11 or midnight, I noticed that there is a higher reading, or I'm sorry, a lower reading. So there's less particulates in the water than when I do it in the morning or midday. And so a lot of times when I try to refill, I'll try to do it at night, because I figured out that's just a lower starting point. And so I'd rather start from a better starting point than a higher starting point, if that makes any sense at all. So With that being said, I just want to encourage you guys to do your own research. The main point of this video is to show you my experience with it. I'm not an expert on it, but I feel it's important to not only have a system to filter your water with, to have a backup, and you can buy this at the store or refill it with tap water or what have you. I just wouldn't recommend having an actual milk jug. This did not have milk in it ever. It always had water in it. So I just recommend doing that and then having a way to measure how effective your water filtration system is. There's lots of other ways to have emergency water filtration systems. I do have those ways and I can share them with you if you're interested. So just leave a comment below. How do you protect you and your family from water contaminants, and also what are some ways that I can improve my system? I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.